Wet, slick roads create hazardous conditions for drivers throughout the tri-states. That was definitely the case last week when several vehicles crashed on U.S. Highway 61 north of Canton. Raja Maples joins us in studio to show you how that crash could have been worse in this KHQA exclusive report.
That's right. Everyone walked away from this crash last week on Highway 61. But that has not always been the case for this stretch of roadway.
I was in total shock.
Bill Casper lost his wife Nancy on Highway 61 on December 5th, 1991.
Rough day. And a rough few days there. They say, that time heals all wounds. I don't know if it doesn't displace, but it softens it.
His wife was a teacher in the Lewis County C1 school district. Not only did Bill and his family have to notify an entire school district, he also had to pull his 3 young children out of school to tell them about their mother's fatal crash.
That was really tough to just see him just immediately start crying.
Bill's wife was one of dozens of drivers who lost their lives on U.S. Highway 61 before it became 4 lanes a little more than 15 years ago. The expansion resulted after a group of Canton High School students lobbied for a safer highway after losing a classmate on this highway about 20 years ago.
It's definitely neat to see how traffic has continued to increase and continue to flow and how much has changed in the transportation landscape.
Thankfully, everyone walked away from this multi-vehicle crash last week, but Bill says that would not have been the case 20 years ago.
When crashes like the one that happened along that stretch of roadway, does that take you back to that day?
I don't know that much, but I do know one thing. The 4-lane roads are a blessing. All of it stayed either in the median or on the northbound lane. Nobody crossed over into the southbound lane and hit anybody head on. That's what happened in the accident with Nancy. Traffic moves so much smoother, and you don't have people taking chances, passing maybe where they shouldn't be, paying attention. Any 4-lane road is better than a 2-lane, because it separates the traffic.
Bill says he's thankful the 4 lanes will help prevent future families from having to endure what his family endured.
You have to rely on your family, and if you happen to have a strong faith, that is the best thing. Praying is what helps the pain. Doesn't take it away, but it helps. It softens it, and it gives you something to rely on.
Now, Bill says that he is grateful for the first responders for helping him on that tragic day. He is now retired, and his 3 children have now grown into healthy adults. In studio, Raja Maples, KHQA News.
Thanks, Raja.